Hello and welcome to my channel youtube.com at the rate Arvind BKC. I am Arvind Kumar, working in this IT industry for 20 years. So today we are going to be learn the extension of the video which I uploaded. So please see that video, my previous video on the giant. I am going to the use of that you using. Um, I am going to use that join joining concept. So basically the joining extension to subqueries, and that would be very helpful for you, that the starter or fresher which is going to be try to like to make careers in like IT industry, or basically the in the back end kind of thing. So definitely it is going to be आपको बहुत अच्छा लगने वाला है. So definitely you are going to be uh, very useful for you to for any kind of things, either in the software development, or the searching of jobs, or any kind of things that is frequently asked by the questions by the interviewer. So today I have also taken so many interviews, so not going to waste any time. So we will start some of the important questions that I have put it in made for you. So getting like the first generally questions asked by the interviewer, that employee who doesn't have finance. For this I have created a two tables for you, in which there is a there is a primary key on this one employee table, and there is a duplicacy key in foreign key on the phone number. So one, definitely one employee can have the multiple phone numbers. So the one question that is frequently asked by the interviewer is who doesn't have phone number. So basically if you can solve it, definitely there are various way, and all other youtuber has we can suggest, or any kind of thing, there are the various way. So today are going to be listed all the various ways to do the thing. The first way, I would like to say, the most simplest way, we will go in that one. So that is the inner join, which already I taught you. So uh, so this is something that you can apply the inner join, and not in not exist, that kind of thing. So for what the target you should be there, if you employee doesn't have phone numbers, so you will give the employee ID from the phone tables in which do have the phone numbers, and then you will apply this one. Here I am saying this one who do have the phone number, and then you do apply not in as, and then you will apply as a whole, as employee not in. Similarly, in the second method, what you will, rather than applying this in operator, you can apply this as a exist kind of thing. So all the query is available. You can ask me, definitely I will get it you in touch. Whenever you will ask a question, I will provide you all the queries. So here it is going to be like the same thing I have run as an inner query, but applying the not exist. So what is the output? Output, it should be there. If you see the data 1 2 2 2 3 3 here, 4 4 5 so 6 6 6 7 7 7, that should be your required outputs, and that required output should be there. So if you run this query, that 6677, this King Robert, Laura, Dotsworth, Annie, that are the different the thing. So here in the first query, if you run this one, here also the same output it should be there, right? So you can see this one, same thing we can, sorry, same thing we can do it with the help of accept, that kind of thing. So like it is something the same concept as a manus kind of thing. So getting the employee ID from the phone, and then subtracting it from them, and then applying the join on that one. So if you there is third way you can do it, because one problem statement can be solved for the different way. The same output it should become in this one also. If you run this one, the same King Robert, Colin Lara, George Scott Annie, it is the things. So again, the question interviewer twisted, or the interviewer if asked the question, he imply who have the phone number, then the same questions can be twisted with slightly uh, slightly making the changes in not in with the exist, that kind of thing. So if you see here also the same thing, it is I think the same kind of outputs we will not going to time based on the same kind of thing. So here if you see the same thing it is there, but here not in instead of not in I'm getting as a in operator. Here you can run it here this one. So the 6667778 was who was doesn't have phone, and the rest of that have the phone number. You can see there here from by looking this running this queries. So these all 1 2 3 4 5 all these have the phone number. So here you can see the data which is on the phone number is like the same. The second query which I have made for you, you can get in touch with me for getting that query. So then again you apply the exist operator. With the help of exist you can also do it the same way. You can apply the join as well here, which I have already taught in the first video. So here it is there with you. And then we are going to be with the any operators. So it is something that like the same output is the required output is the same, but we are doing it through the any operator. So there are the four methods I have shown to you. So definitely it is going to be like very helpful for you. And then again if interviewer asks the question like who have the phone number, who doesn't have phone, then the interviewer asks the question like employee name, getting the employee name who have more than one number. So here you would use like say the group by concept. So I will show you the group by is something that is going to be whenever it is going to be in the select statement, uh, that should be in the group by that should be in the group by clause. So I will show you. So if I uncomment this one, and the various ways to do the things that what I have get it, this is something employee which is having more than one phone number. So if you run this email query, this one, oh, this is if you run this one, yeah, from this one. And okay, so who have more than one number? By looking this data, like say I told you that looking this data, if you run this one here, we have more than one phone number, right? So who have more than one phone number? I will stretching this one, right? So if you run this query, right? You run this query, who have more than one phone number? If you see, you see these two have the more than one number. So two name is what Fuller and so our required output should be Fuller and so I shown you that this two first I will try to get the full, and in which I uh, taught you that whenever it is going to be select a statement that from the phone, then it should be the group by. And the same thing here in the having clause, I the same column it should be there. So if it is more than one column, definitely it is going to be you will in the same way. But here the required output is very simple one, so I have tried to solve you in very simple way. This two you do get it, and that the name should be corresponding should be from this fuller and due, it should be there, right? So now we are going to be same applying with row number. Row number is something that is window function. For that basically you will use that columns partition by something, and if you run this query the same output is there. So because it is going to be numbering it numbers whenever it is going to be repeated, whenever you anything write row number over partition by this one. So it is going to be they get as a system numbers, and I'm making it as aliases as a rn. If you run this query, this would be second way you can do the same query here or now. So the fuller and should be come. So how we have tried to achieve, we first try to achieve this one, like say getting the row number, rn number. So where it is going to 2 and it is partitioned by employee id, so it is going to be repeated one. So it is going to be, whenever it is going to the second time, so it is going to be the 2. So okay, so this is going to be solving your issue. This is second way you can show your interviewer whenever it is going to be asked. Now the same question and similar kind of which is a more than one phone number. If it is going to be, it is more or less it is same. Whenever it is going to ask question who lives in more than one city, so there is a two table here. Here one and one is going to live in the Mumbai and Pune. They are having the two houses. So similarly, with I told you that group by, and then whatever you will get, and that will fetch the same with the applying as a in. So if you run this one query, the same output it should be there, right? So if you run this one, so I think this is similar kind of first query, but definitely I'm going to W Nancy. If you run this one query, W Nancy is what? W Nancy is the person who has a name and who is living in the more than one city, that is Mumbai. So I am try to do the things very simplest way to anybody can learn, so who are the fresher, who are the experienced as well. So the same thing I try with row number. So if you run this query, the same here, the same output should be come. If you run this query here to the till which I shown you for the second way, which is having more than one, who is living more than two cities. So W Nancy is this one. Now again, if the question is going to T state, who live in the same city, like interviewer can ask any question, so definitely you do have to prepare in the same way. So who live in the same city, who live in the same city, this 1 1 and 2 2 live in the same city. Because I created for the data for you, it's very simple and very simplest way you can use it. So who live in the same city, it is also we can do it the various way. So what I try to do, trying to get the state city data, and then on the city data I applied some things group by city, because who living in the same city, then and the same thing it would get the data. So who live in the same city, if you run this query, so I think you would I think it should apply the two row. If you run this query, sorry, if you run this query, so if you run this query, something it is going to miss here. So from here, if you run this query, yeah, Pune is the things that more than one city. But here employee ID, if you see here employee ID is something two employee names should be come, right? So if you run this query here, so it is going to be fuller W Nancy and fuller and why? Because if you run this query as a whole and compare with them, here select, you run this query with the EMP and CT, because who is living on the same city with this one, right? So yeah, so it is something Beverly Nancy and Fuller and Do who live in the same city, Pune. But the question, district question is there. One was something more than having more than one city, but one is it is something in the same city, like this one and two is going to be live. So today it is going to be very useful for you, and then very frequently asked question by the interviewer that how to get the third highest salary. So it could be any number of ways, seventh highest, third, or so. If you the data see the data, this one here, third highest is 70,000. After 70,000, it's 50,000, and the 6,000 is your output. So how you will solve it? It is something that so there are the various I shown you as a four number of ways. So what I try to and that is very like say uh, simple way to do the thing. So we'll get uh, all the top three salary, and then we'll get the top one salary from that one. So it is going to be like very useful for you if you run this query here. Here 70, 50, and 6,000, and from that I get to know this 6,000. And say the second way what we can state that this string top three salary, it is the same way, but the difference is that in rather than using top one, I try to use min function. So if you get this data here, this one, and this is from that data, I will try to get this one as a min data. So it is 6,000. So there could be any number of ways. For seven here, it could be restricted to something if the data is shorter. So getting the max data, and then less than max data, and then less than max data. This could be third way. Any problem statement can be solved in various ways. So now there is a new method. I try to use the same thing as a row number. So if you run this query here, so it gives the row number over the salary, right? And we will get all the row number which is going to be on the positions 3, right? So if you run this query, yeah, so this is third number, and it is which I have given you to as a order by salary. So it would be something ordered in descending order. So 70,000, 50,000, 60,000. You will get all this three. So yeah, so that comes. So I think it would be very useful. And if you want to know, and again we are going to be extend for another video for that ones for you, that will be going to be very useful for them. So please view that channel, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Yeah, so this is the things I can be reachable. This is the YouTube channels in which I can be reachable, and this is my virtual address as well. So you can, this is my like say the digital address, not virtual. It's a digital address. I can be reached on you, in which my cell number is there. Thanks for watching.